New updates on the Brian Koberger case following the week of spring break.
And a Moscow home that was damaged by a fire that took place over the weekend. More information on that and other news here on Murrow News 8.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Alfonso Valdivia.
And I'm Xander Adams. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
Welcome to Murrow News 8, where we have breaking news. A serious car crash on WSU campus. Our Murrow News 8 reporter Bradley has more on the situation. Bradley?
Thanks, Alfonso. So what we know now, the vehicle was heading down Veterans Mall Road when it struck two females. One was taken to Pullman Regional Hospital, but both escaped with non-life-threatening injuries. The driver, an unidentified male, was also taken to Pullman Regional Hospital with possible life-threatening injuries. Being a service road, only official WSU service vehicles are permitted to be on the road, so now WSU PD is investigating the cause of the accident. And we will keep you updated as more information becomes available. I'm Bradley Gordon from Murrow News 8. Back to you guys at the desk.
A new report has come out about Brian Koberger detailing that he has dealt with a rare neurological condition. Visual snow syndrome, or VS, causes people with it to see different visual distortions. VS can include just seeing small dots in your vision, or it can turn one car into 12. Starting in 2009, a user on Tapatalk, who appears to be Koberger, said this in their posts. Experts believe that VS is caused by something going wrong in the visual processing center in the cerebral cortex, causing it to overload. Koberger was diagnosed with VS when he was 15 years old.
A Moscow home was damaged by a fire early Sunday morning. City of Moscow volunteer firefighters were called to the blaze on Beetroot Street around 2:30 a.m. When they arrived at the scene, volunteers found heavy fire and flames coming through the front roof area. 6 people were inside the home and were rescued safely. No one was hurt. The home suffered major damage, and the American Red Cross is helping the residents who were displaced by the fire. A Moscow man accidentally shot his own hand in his apartment Sunday morning. Emergency services responded to the apartment around 6 a.m. Police say the mid-20s man shot his hand while attempting to either clean or clip the firearm. Nobody else was inside the apartment when the gun was discharged.
Cyber attackers are trying new ways to hack WSU accounts, doing what is called multi-factor authentication fatigue. Attackers manipulate legitimate services like password reset to send repeated MFA challenges to the user. As these messages become annoying, the attacker hopes that the user will approve the authentication and give access to their accounts. If you think that someone is trying to break into your account, contact Information Security Services at the email abuse@wsu.edu.
An Idaho bill proposing stricter voting and voter registration policies was sent to the House for potential amendments on Friday. The bill, which is meant to add consistency and build up ID requirements, will designate valid photo ID and residency information that can be used for registration and voting. It would also remove the option to use a student ID for voting, but it will require the Department of Transportation to provide free photo IDs to qualifying individuals for voting and registration. After the break, a new golf course opening at Washington State University.
And a new arts festival will take place in Pullman real soon. More on that when we come back. If you're looking to get back on the green, WSU's golf course is reopening for the new season. Palouse Ridge Golf Club opens Wednesday and will be offering a special rate of $56 for 18 holes. Students can receive their standard $41 charge to play. And for all University of Idaho students, your golf course will open early next month.
A friendly reminder that it will be Families Weekend on the weekend of March 31st. So if you're looking to take your family to Beasley Coliseum, there will be an Earth Fair that will take place from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. They will be having cocktail infusion kits, Fin Silver jewelry, sound items, ceramics, and more.
Rico's Pub is transitioning focus away from their drink selection to its new and improved food menu. Since the COVID lockdown, Rico's Pub has seen a 40% decline of drink purchases, but a 20% spike in revenue coming from food purchases. Because of this, owner Tawny Shumlas is introducing an updated menu which mainly features European dishes. Shumlas says the change is necessary to keep up with the times and make sure the century-old pub can keep its lights on and doors open. And well, Luke, we talked about the golf course opening just a bit ago. When's the best day for me to get on the green this week?
Well, Xander, it's going to be a little bit later in the week. Let's get into today's weather. So today we have a high of 45 degrees, got that low of 36 degrees. The sun is going to rise at 6:52 a.m. It's going to set tonight at 7:01 p.m. And we also have those 5 to 10 mile per hour winds blowing through the city. That's not going to change how the temperature feels too much. Now, as we get into tomorrow, we're going to have a high of 53 degrees, a low of 31 degrees, and that sun's going to rise a little earlier at 6:50 a.m. It's going to set just a minute later at 7:02 p.m. Once again, we have those 5 to 10 mile per hour winds. It's not going to change how different it feels outside compared to that temperature. Now let's get into the state map today. So over here on the east side of the state, Spokane is going to have a high of 54 degrees, and it's going to have an overnight low of 33 degrees, mostly cloudy in that area. And as we move down to the Tri-Cities here, it's going to be 53 degrees with a low of 40, and it's cloudy with some rain. Yakima looking very similar, high of 52 degrees with a low of 38 degrees, also going to be cloudy and rainy. And then as we move over to the west side of the state, it's going to be 54 in Olympia with a high and a low of 38. It's cloudy and rainy. And Seattle also going to be very similar, cloudy and rainy with a high of 53 degrees and a low of 43. As we move into the 5-day forecast, this is where we're going to get into those golf days, Xander. So Tuesday, as I already said, it's going to be 53 degrees with a low of 31. Wednesday is going to be the nicest day to golf, a high of 54 degrees, mostly sunny, and a low of 33 degrees. Once we get into Thursday, that's where the weather is going to start to change a little bit. We've got an overnight high of 49, or overnight, just a high of 49 degrees, overnight low of 31 degrees. And then Friday, that's when the weather's really going to take a turn, and is when you do not want to be golfing. It's going to be 43 degrees with a high, 29 overnight low, and it's going to be cloudy with some chances of rain. Saturday, also going to be very similar, 42 degrees for the high, 27 degrees for the low. We're going to be seeing more cloud cover and a little bit more of a chance of rain. So if you like golfing in bad weather in an open course, Thursday, Friday, Saturday are the days for you. If not, golf Wednesday. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Luke. Coming up next, Washington State women's basketball updates as the season comes to a close.
And updates on how the WSU Cougars baseball team is doing at the beginning of their season. More on that after this commercial break.
The women's historic 22-23 season has come to an end after an early elimination in the NCAA tournament. After taking a 1-point lead at the half, the Cougs fell to 12-seed Florida Gulf Coast 74-63. In their third consecutive tournament berth, this loss also marks the third straight first-round elimination for the Cougars, something Charlize Ledger-Walker is determined to rewrite for next season with WSU.
Obviously very, very hungry to come back and help this team get past that first round. Obviously, the last 3 years we haven't managed to do that, and so that's something that's definitely personal for me that I want to help this team do. You know, I'm so proud of how we've performed throughout the season. I think the most wins we've ever had this season. You know, we won the Pac-12. It's just something unheard of and in most people's eyes impossible for us to do.
After a combined 17 strikeouts and the 7-1 win over Oregon on Friday, the Ducks took the series after Cougar baseball fell 8-14 on Saturday and 7-13 yesterday afternoon. The previously number 20 ranked Cougs scored 7 runs in the first inning, but couldn't answer to Oregon's 2 runs in the fourth, 3 in the fifth, and 7 in the seventh. WSU is now 14-5 and 3-3 in conference play. Next up for the Cougars, a quick road trip up to Spokane to face the Zags at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. And we're in the depths of the men's March Madness tournament, and it's not a shock we've seen some huge upsets so far. For those of you who made brackets this year, you probably couldn't predict some of these powerhouse programs to fall to some lower seeds. For second-round upsets, 1-seed Kansas fell to 8-seed Arkansas, and after Princeton took down Pac-12 champs Arizona, they defied odds again after they blew 7-seed Missouri out of the water in a 78-63 win. Other notable upsets involved story programs Indiana and Kentucky, teams we consistently see making it pretty far in the tournament, both eliminated in the second round.
Thank you, Sydney. After the break, it's National Free Cone Day at Dairy Queen.
More on that when we return.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
It's Free Cone Day to celebrate the start of spring, which means your favorite frozen treat spot may be offering free ice cream. Dairy Queen in Pullman is offering free small cones, and if you order it dipped, the extra $1 goes to the Children's Miracle Network. Well, guys, what do you guys think of this? What's your favorite flavor?
My favorite flavor of ice cream, it always has to be the cookies and cream. Since as long as I can remember, if I'm ever getting ice cream, it's that cookies and cream, maybe a mint chocolate chip. I don't know. How about you, Sydney?
This is going to be a hot take, but I don't think Dairy Queen has it, but my favorite flavor of ice cream is banana. And that is, yep, I see the faces. I see the faces, but you have to try it. Don't knock it till you try it. Luke, what do you got for us?
I'm going to knock it because I'm a huge Oreo fan. If I'm going to Dairy Queen, I'm getting an Oreo Blizzard, but if I'm getting ice cream from the store, I'm definitely getting Tillamook s'mores. Nothing hits like Tillamook s'mores.
Huh.
So any Tillamook ice cream is there.
That's true.
It's so creamy, it's so good. Tillamook ice cream cheese, any of it. It's probably the best dairy products you can get. I don't know.
It's that like Washington, like West Coast sort of thing, you know? Like I got that West Coast pride in that ice cream.
Well, for me, it's like vanilla and coffee, but yeah, you can take that away. Thanks for watching. If you missed anything in this or any of our previous newscasts, you can always watch us on our YouTube channel.
More news can be found at nwpb.org/mn8, and you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night.